we got a cat.
Oh, look at that cat.
Look at that cat.
Look at that cat.
Cat alert.
Hello. Welcome to Shrimp Hours, number 135. 5?
Sure.
I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Five or
Stop
six. I
messing
think
up
it's
my
five.
microphone. Stupid.
Never got
Don't mess it
wrong.
up like a few weeks ago.
I have good news. I have good news.
Yeah, 135, 135, 135.
What's up?
Not Bit, but Marley, her sister here.
Hmm?
She had like a massive weight loss over the course of just a couple months. Found out she has hyperthyroid, got her some medication, and now Marley is back in the clear. She's good. We just got back from the vet. All good to go. Thyroid levels look good. Kidneys are good.
Based.
Are we back?
Hell yeah.
Got a kitty
so
recovery. Also, hi. I'm Drive Through. I'm here. Caleb's here. Slab's here. Ben's here. Daytona
Marley
500
hates me though
week.
because her ear medication had to be cold and had to be dropped into her ear.
Oh,
Every time I grab her now, she just like immediately starts howling and just like, no,
Oh.
let me go.
She knows what's happening.
It is post Daytona 500 Tuesday. Shout out to William Byron. He's gone 2 in a row.
Lego boy.
Except this time he actually won it under green, except it's kind of insane that it was under green. I guess people yelled at NASCAR enough about the other races that they were just like
They got peer pressured, dude. They got peer
away.
pressured.
Bullying
Good.
works.
Good.
Dude, it is
So,
base. It
that's
is
true.
yeah, that
Keep
we just
bullying
fucking
them.
caused enough of a ruckus that they fucking like Denny Hamlin died coming to the checkered flag and they just didn't give a fuck. They were like, die.
Let's get rid of the pre-race invocation next.
Damn them all to hell.
We got Atlanta.
Better be careful.
next
Ty
week.
Gibbs might go after your ass.
I don't know if anyone has either of those references. We got Atlanta next week. I keep forgetting that we have the NASCAR season just start with back-to-back plate races with all 3 series, which is kind of insane. Who won that truck race again? Oh, right, it was Parker Kligerman, but that was under.
Corey Heim tentatively.
Yeah, Corey Heim for now, but they're gonna have that hearing on Thursday.
He's failing. There's no way.
I really loved the idea that Parker Kligerman could like start and park every race for the rest of the season and be guaranteed a top 10 in points. But unfortunately, it looks like pan out. And they say they've got a case, but NASCAR is not a big fan of saying that they made a mistake if they did make a mistake.
No.
Xfinity was good as well. Who the hell won that?
Jesse Glove.
That's
Oh yeah.
I think the second Xfinity plate race in a row, Austin Hill gets wrecked and Jesse Love wins.
Also, you guys
blew
need
up,
to
thank you.
backtrack your statements on the bottom ticker.
Okay,
That is true. We gotta talk about the CW. I
was
went back
great.
and watched the broadcast.
it was
yeah.
really good. I honestly like. I didn't hate it that hard on social media.
I know like qualifying got rained out. They only got like 10 or 12 cars in, but I really like the bottom ticker in qualifying where it shows the qualifying order. And then like as they go, it'll reset them as to who was the fastest as it goes through the ticker. I thought that was a really, really good idea.
I loved just how like dynamic it is, but it keeps everything kind of in one place. Or if they'll do like a care center interview or whatever, it'll just kind of like pop up on the right side, or like the ticker sort of turns into like any sort of lower third text and information. The friggin' choose graphic where it puts the little cars down there, primo. So shout out to the
It's funny how the
CW.
secondary series has the better car, the better broadcast.
It's
It
true.
really-
Yeah, it's just
I had a lot
what are
of
we
doubts.
doing over here?
Just like seeing the picture that they released was like, this looks kind of like some fucking kid like whipped this up in Photoshop type of vibes. But again, like seeing it in motion and like seeing all the names like move around like they're supposed to, seeing like what the caution looked like, seeing like DT said, where like they have the lower third that comes out and it pops out. It has like a little face of the driver. It has the car cut out. Like it has whatever, like the video pops up when they interviewed. Like it looked fucking premium. At least from I was watching on my phone. I had the broadcast up in the stand, so I had it going just to keep
Having the
track.
cars included in the graphic, I don't realize how much I missed that. They just don't have that elsewhere nowadays. For the choose or for the starting grid or for the pit stops or whatever, they just have a little friggin' car. This is what the car looks like. I don't think anyone else does that right now at all.
know.
And they should be doing that because they run a different like paint scheme every week.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And I think
And-
back to like the old Fox grids when they used to show the little virtual cars, and those were cool. Everyone loved those.
Yeah, the little jazz tune, down
Yeah.
and then you just see like the 3D cars just in
Yeah,
there.
going
Like,
weaving. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a classic.
yeah.
going around. I don't know. I put a tweet out about it because I noticed it from the track. And I don't know if it was like a CW thing or if it was a NASCAR thing, but I do feel like there were some new ideas with the camera placement and like how the cars were conveyed. Like there were a lot more of those a little more dynamic shots where it was like, whoa, because that the ones I remember was there was one that was like behind the crowd. So you could see the crowd was getting all excited as the cars just like flew by. And they had like it was kind of sick because it looked like the cars were fucking flying. There was another one too where they had it was kind of like that backstretch camera, you know, where it's like it'll show the cars coming and then just insta cut to like the other side of it. But it had that in like the middle of turns 1 and 2, and it looks
Oh
sick.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
there
I did
was
notice that one.
there was just a bunch of little things like that where I was like, whoa, like that's actually kind of cool. Like I said, I have no clue how any of that translated to the Fox side of things, but I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised with the CW their
Fox
first
wasn't.
outing.
They
That's an improvement over the past.
Fox was really bad about replays, man. They would be like an accident and they'd be like talking about it. You see all the cars like strewn out on the track or whatever. And it would like literally be 5 minutes before we'd finally get a replay of like what the fuck actually happened.
What would be funny is like there would be one car that we would find out 5 minutes after the replay happened, like, oh yeah, this car's out.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like
he got
Elio
T-boned.
Castroneves.
I was about to say there was a few like that where it was like Elio Castroneves where it was like, oh dude, like they showed the replay and I'll talk about it later, but there was this one lady in front of me that was a big Elio Castroneves fan, and she was like, is he out? And I was like, nah, like he just fucking slid through the grass, like he's fine. And then they cut to his car getting towed in the garage. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean?
Or Kyle
Yeah, he had
Busch
both
hitting
his
the
toe
inside
ins.
wall is just lost media now.
Mm-hmm.
But they had 500 cameras on the Ryan.
Yeah, that's the
As
thing.
they
That's
should.
that's the dichotomy
I
of
was
Fox.
big.
That's the dichotomy of Fox. They will miss like some
easiest
guy,
thing.
yeah, some guy hitting the inside wall or whatever, but they will have 500 different shots. The satellite view, the aerial view, the blimp, a passing Cessna with a GoPro. All of that will be focused on the one guy who flipped.
Dude, the shrimp so real. Where like as soon as he flipped, like literally he flips over, he lands, and I just oh yeah, 10 out of 10 raise.
Yep.
And then I started seeing replies to your tweets. It was like 10 out of 10,
Dude,
right?
the fact that the viewers are catching on to the 10 out of 10 meta, like we gotta cut this shit out. Like we gotta stop congregating.
My noise gate is fucking it. Hold on.
You're fine.
I'm gonna
You're
fuck
fine,
you
it
in your
sounds
noise
fine.
gate.
No, it sounds fine on Discord, but on the OBS, I'm pretty sure it's missed a few words. So my bad. My bad.
Rill
I think we're good
yourself.
Krill yourself, dude.
Dude,
You
Twitter
shrimp.
loved the freaking reactions where I just cut together us
Dude,
yelling
put it on
at the
Shrimp Hub.
race
Put
for
it
the
on
last
Shrimp
20
Hub
laps.
right now.
I will, yeah. Tomorrow I'm gonna put the last like 20 laps in full.
Put it on Blue Sky too,
see
because
if we
I've
get
yet
nuked.
to see this thing.
Shut up.
Ah, shut up, nerd.
Play the fucking horn.
Take a
I
drink.
would if I had soundboard privileges. I do need those.
Shout out to Ryan Priest for going flipping yet again.
Dude,
new
he did
car
a
on my
backflip.
NASCAR.
He did a backflip. It wasn't like the normal like rollover. It wasn't to the side, it wasn't to the back. He just like got the nose like up, and as soon as like it hit that underside, it was like, what?
Okay.
So
So we gotta.
the most
Go,
insane thing about that is that we've been doing that in BeamNG since that next gen mod with the
yeah.
and like it's so bizarre to have experienced that in a video game before it happened in real life, seeing it happen in real life and being like, oh yeah, that's exactly like Beam did it. And I saw that the guy who made the mod posted, he was like, dude, these people said I was crazy. They were like, yeah, next gen can't do a front blowover. They were all like saying that it wasn't realistic, and then it actually happened. It's crazy.
Yeah, apparently you
It's
only need
actually
like
nuts.
apparently you only need about 35, 40 degrees of like front lift, and that'll be enough to like send it over.
Yeah, where he just like popped wheels off, got squeezed with the other guys, and then just held the wheelie until he got up on one wheel and went over.
That was, for me, I think the like hands down weirdest wreck that I've seen in person. Like he was already upside down, and I couldn't even like comprehend what I just saw because I was like, he just did a fucking wheelie for like half the backstretch, stayed airborne, and flipped fully over, backed it into the wall. I will say for a brief second, we did have a meme all weekend because Trump was there. So the meta was that Chase Elliott was gonna fucking die at the Daytona 500. So there was a brief moment where I saw him go up towards the turn 3 wall, and I was like, holy shit, he's clearing the fence. Like, dude, like this is the Donald Trump effect. We're getting it right here.
For those who don't understand the meta, the joke was that the first time Trump went, Dale died. Second time he went, Newman almost died in the 6th, so it was bound to be Chase Elliott, but unfortunately he survived.
Yep, instead you got rain.
Dude,
Well.
you could see. We just
3
knew
for
the
3
whole
on
time.
rain Trump races.
Dude,
Like,
they
that's-
lined everybody the hell up to shake their asses down just to get into the facility so they could fly in the fucking orange dude, parade him around for fucking 40 minutes, put him on TV, all fucking. He's parading around his granddaughter with political slogans on her hat because that's a normal thing to do apparently.
Hello,
And then
this is your
he
favorite
fucks up
president.
the radio the first time, and then he just calls. Dude, did you see the Jimmy Johnson tweet? He quote tweeted the clip of Trump talk because all Trump does is he goes on the radio and he's like, "You guys are great people. Be safe. You're some of my favorite people. Go and do." He just kept saying people for some
Well, he
reason.
fucked up the radio the first time, so there was
Maybe
just
he got razzed.
2 minutes of silence.
So Jimmy Johnson quoted and said, "Apparently we're people," or something like that. What did he say? He said just an incredibly basic statement, which the internet, of course, yeah, he said confirmed race car drivers are people, and then some lost their minds in the comments.
Yeah, so I saw that tweet and I didn't understand like the context of it, but I guess
That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah, because Trump just kept saying, "You're beautiful people, great people, talented people. Be
It's
safe."
just didn't even sound like him that much. I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I did. Like, I was convinced. Like, after they fucked up the beginning, and there was like 2 minutes of silence, and then he came on. I was like, "That's a fucking voice double. That's not him."
I got
I will
Trump
say-
AI.
None of us
Got Mike Joy doing
our-
his best Trump impression in the booth.
None of us got our Daytona 500 winner predictions because no one said Lego Boy
Lego
would
Boy.
go.
Dude,
I did say
Cody,
undercar, but I was
Cody
wrong.
was Lisan Al Gaib there in the chat for a while, dude. He was
Corey,
calling
with his
everything.
insane Corey LaJoy pick. Cody was actually surprisingly close, but he also just called a bunch of he literally we saw when Cindric and Blaney were up there, we saw Logano coming up the top, and Cody's like, dude, he's gonna do something stupid trying to get to the bottom with his teammates, and literally the next corner, that's exactly what he did.
Yep.
And then him and Stenhouse got into it. You can see the full reactions.
That's what years
hopefully on
of
this YouTube channel.
training, watching a bunch of crashes
Dude,
does to you.
I also
I-
appreciated how excited he got. Sorry, Caleb. When we saw the first Sky replay of Priest doing the backflip, and Cody's like, dude, whoever's that car behind him, like if they show that on board, that's gonna be a sick shot. Fox actually cuts the shot, and Cody's like, oh my god.
Yeah, the Eric Jones onboard shot was it was like just like a jump scare. Here's Ryan Priest, and then up.
My favorite thing about that I didn't notice until afterwards is that he got up in the air, and then you can see him hit the brakes because the front wheels lock up. Like as he's going up in the air, you can see him hit the brakes.
I didn't even notice that. I'm looking at
it needs some more rear wheel brake bias.
Let me.
For once, they didn't fuck up the spinny cam.
Yeah,
dude.
even though Cody thought they would, which is fair.
They did fuck up the spinny cam all the way through the duels.
Dude, they love a fucking spinny cam, dude. Just put a wide ass lens on it and crop it in.
do they honestly have like the lag of like the fucking Mars rover, like where they put an input to like look to the right?
It must
and then
be
5
laggy.
seconds later it finally like kicks in.
It must be like significantly laggy. Here, I've got the
like NASA has a Mars rover with like 2 million ping that has better responsiveness than that.
So here's the Eric Jones onboard, and just watch Priest's front wheel
from Eric Jones.
Because they all wreck. He gets popped up and then whoop.
Dude, that is so fucking
so funny to me that he's getting launched in the air and just instinctive him just smash the brakes. It's not gonna make a difference. His ass is going
You're
over.
cooked. But no, dude, there were multiple wrecks where Joey specifically, just because I knew exactly what was happening. Like I saw Ricky, I had like my notepad out or like my notes on my phone, and I saw Ricky and Joey get lined up in the middle, and I literally looked to my dad and I was like, this is not ending well. Like they're gonna fucking wad up the field. And like
I even tweeted that out. I was like, man, we got the murderers row up on the top side. We got LaJoy, Logano, Stenhouse, 1, 2, 3 up on the top.
I wonder if
side.
I ever deleted that note out of my phone. But anyways, while I look for this. Oh, dude, yeah, look, I still have it up. I still have the LaJoy one. But yeah, no, so yeah, fucking Logano. So I saw Stenhouse get out front and then start backing up. And then Logano peaks low and just like, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, stop it. Like, what are you, like, what is the goal?
That's literally what DT was screaming on stream. He's like, stop. Like, dude, the fucking gap had closed like 10 seconds ago and you're still fucking pushing it. This isn't like an Ayrton Senna quote. Like, if you no longer go for a gap, then you're no longer a racing car driver. Dude, there was no gap. There has not been a gap for 10 seconds. And you're still trying to force it like some sort of animal.
I had so many people telling me on Twitter, oh, fucking Stenhouse late block. Stenhouse shouldn't have done that. Sure. But if you want to get to the end of the Daytona 500, you don't keep stuffing your nose to the inside of Ricky Stenhouse fucking Jr. You don't. You're gonna die.
Plus, Stenhouse was clear.
So he was he made the block a little bit late. Whatever. They kind of bumped, but then he was clear. And Joey, like, he had the decision to make, and he was like, I'm gonna go in trying to stuff it, and then he got pushed by the next car, and then it was over. He had a chance.
I think he
to
just
back
saw
out
red.
Of it. He didn't take it, and now he's dead.
All right, Denny Hamlin podcast listener.
I didn't. Didn't he say that?
No, I was talking to Ben, and that's what Denny's theory was, that Joey Logano just got pissed and was like, well, fuck you, you're gonna chop my nose off.
Yeah, probably. That's just how
I haven't
Joey
listened
is.
to the Denny Hamlin podcast in a long time.
Well, I listened to it on the way back home from work, and he like literally said like,
he was a little salty this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
He was extremely salty, dude.
Yeah,
I
usually enjoy his feedback, but he was a little pissy in this episode.
Did he get mad at Custer? Because Custer did kind of wreck them all.
Yeah.
I mean, he did, but like in his defense, like Custer did cause like the last 2 wrecks.
Yeah, and Denny was fine until Custer just came down.
Yeah, I just feel like with Joey Logano, dude, like if that's somebody who's out here whenever he gets flipped is like preaching about like, oh, like we just need to make safer moves, like we gotta slow
It's
these
so
cars
funny.
down, and then he's just making the dumbest moves. Like it's guaranteed
Always,
he is
consistently.
going to cause at least one big one. And that's what you're gonna hear me in the video tomorrow, but I get on Discord live from the stands of the Daytona 500, and I'm just like, what the fuck is Joey Logano doing every goddamn race? Like just that for like 5. I was crashing the fuck out. I was like, his fucking wrecked piece of shit got towed to the garage, and I was flipping off the car as it went. Like I was, there was a girl that was sitting above me, and when I was on there like yelling to the shrimps about Joey Logano, I could see her like peeking over at me and being like, "What the fuck? Like, what are you on about over there?" There were a few of those. Even like so after Blaney got out, I was fully in on the Bubba Wallace or Brad Keselowski Daytona 500 win, and both of them got taken out in the Ryan Preece wreck, and I just go like, "Fuck!" like as loud as I can in this section. Got multiple heads popping over at me like, dude, not good times.
Yeah, Logano is starting to turn into Tony Stewart as far as like preaching safety and all that,
Always
and
has been.
not making dumb moves, and then
Yeah, starting.
Killing
Yeah,
it.
I'll never forget the 2006 Daytona 500 where Tony Stewart was just like complaining like, oh, this bump drafting, this slam drafting, it's going to get somebody killed. We can't be doing this. And then like he gets cut off.
Somebody the next day.
Yeah. The next day is in the like Daytona 500. Matt Kenseth like comes down in front of him and he just hooks him and just sends him through the grass going into 3. I'm just like, all right, you little terrorist. Okay.
Osama
right.
bin Logano. Fucking idiot.
write that down.
I am.
In Denny's defense, on his podcast, he did say, like, look, man, a lot of these people, like, when was the Logano wreck? Was that 12 to go or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but he's just like, look, dude, if you miss a block or like somebody passes you or somebody gets like a better deal than you, like with like 10 to go, don't door slam them. You're not gonna win with 10 to go going down the backstretch.
Exactly.
Like just like even on the last lap, don't door slam somebody on the backstretch. We have a mile and a half to go. Do that coming out of 4.
That's why I was yelling at Joey. I was saying,
like,
stop. Like it's not for your own race. It's not a good idea.
And even Denny said, like, when he won the 2020 Daytona 500, he was in 3rd place coming out of 4.
Yeah.
And he was just like, look, I'm gonna push to 12. I'm gonna see what happens. And you know, he ended up winning that race. And he said, like, the best plate driver he goes up against that's a newer guy is Cindric, because Cindric's not going to do some dumbass move, like try to like block somebody on like with 5 to go or whatever. And guess what? Cindric has a 500 to show for it.
And Cindric and Blaney were in the perfect fucking position until their dumbass teammate Joey kept trying to stuff it in and killed them. That's what ruined their
I wish
mode.
the engine damage just took him out. Like they spent like 20 laps fixing his engine just for him to take out both of his teammates by being an animal. Like Roger needed to just get on the phone and be like, yo, like fucking shut this shit down. Like you're out.
Cindric
go.
had like the dominant car, I would say, of that race. Him and
I think
Blaney
Blaney
were
was a little better,
up and
but...
going. Sure, but
Yeah,
either way, the two of them were smooth.
The 2 and the 12 were probably the best ones. After, like, did somebody see the Logano pit, like when they got that piece of shit or like the bag or whatever it was out of the intake manifold? Did they replace the whole manifold or like?
So first
they replaced the whole duct.
So I had a coworker of mine today tell me that he thinks that they cheated, that they added in some part or something, like when they took out the duct out, and they cheated and put in something to feed more air into the engine, because he was like, after they got that piece of shit out of there, he was flying around there. And Joey did
there's no way.
If that was the case, NASCAR would have busted him pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but he
that would be the
wrecked.
number one thing they would look at.
If you finish outside the top 10, you're not
that
subjected to post-race tech inspection like that anymore.
Right, but if he was
They don't tear
trying
the
to
car
gain an
down.
advantage to win the race, he was going to get caught.
Yeah.
We'll roll that dice. I mean, fuck it.
even then, like Joey
I don't
Logano,
believe
I'd
it.
say even before that damage, I'd say the Penske's were so far ahead of the field. Like Logano could literally do whatever he wanted at will, and so could Blaney, and so could Cindric. I don't even feel like they needed it. I don't know. That
Anyway,
feels a
we
little
gotta
far.
roll
Yeah,
on
I
to
feel
the.
like the 4 best cars at Daytona were the 3 Penske cars and the 60 of Ryan Preece, and they all got fucked.
I will say before we move on, it is always hilarious to me to see just the Kimmy between the former Penske boys, where like Keselowski will get up there in the 6 and just like with Logano and Blaney, just like those three again,
They
just
just
off of
jump
the
right
fucking
in.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just get right back into it because they know what each other's gonna do, and it's sick.
On to a very quick. What's Twitter doing? Have you guys seen the daily downfords?
Dude, I love the daily downfords.
So someone has made. I don't know who this is. Someone has made a fake daily downforce account, and
Oh
it's
no.
already gotten a bunch of people. Where it's like, it's people are saying it's a lot like the NBA Centel account, where it's like looks like NBA Central but it's not, and they just do things that are like so like it's like satire, but it's like not insane, so people just believe it. Uh, this is one of my favorites where they post the Jimmy Johnson clip with just a massive steak ad on it. And they're just like shaking up some shit. They're actually linking some real daily downforce accounts, articles, which I think is kind of funny. But it's just it's stuff like this, where it's like NASCAR is gonna monitor radios for swearing, like stuff to get people riled up. And they also like write it like the daily downforce guys sometimes, where they just capitalize every fucking word, like autistic fuck. And they they started this bit about like William Byron. I'm pretty sure this is fake. William Byron commenting on like Sabrina Carpenter's Instagram posts, and there's like an actual NASCAR video about it, like debunking this stupid thing that they've started. And I've already seen a lot of people like dropping a quote reply and people being like, dude, it's the fucking downforwards, it's not a real account.
Dude, so
That's pretty good.
that William Byron
That's
thing,
like getting slurred.
that's deep Twitter lore. The NBA Centel account posted like a fake thing of
Okay.
Kardashian and Luka Doncic, where like
This
they
is
were
their version of
commenting.
that.
Yeah, so they copied it with William Byron and Sabrina Carpenter.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And then one piece of news from this week. Wendy's has always had their fucking kick-ass stand at Daytona where they just give away a bunch of food and everyone loves it. Chipotle said they're gonna be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And not just that, apparently there's gonna be a Ryan Blaney meal at Chipotle now.
Dude,
but anyway,
I'm getting the Blaney meal at Chipotle. I got a DM from a compatriot that's not
I'm gonna
with
need
us
a
today.
free sample of Chipotle away while I go down there.
Can you imagine getting a free big ass burrito and then you have to sit in the stands for 3 hours holding in the nastiness that's curling up in your stomach?
I'm doing that at Rockingham, bro.
if you go to
Mhm.
Atlanta Motor Speedway, they're gonna have a thing set up where they will give away free entrees to the first 500 people, and then you gotta pay. There's not a whole lot of people. I feel like that'll
No.
get eaten up pretty quickly. And beyond that, it's $8, which I guess is still a decent deal if you're getting a.
Well, I mean, if
Big
you're
ass burrito.
shitting blood into an Atlanta
Whoa,
restroom, I guess
whoa.
it's not that good of a deal.
Hold on, I got I'll be right back.
All
I'll be
right.
right back. All right.
I guess he didn't
Moving
like that
on.
kind of conversation. Well, I guess you know what time it is.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Drip or drown. Drip or drown. Drip or drown. Drip or drown.
A banger. I was hoping Caleb would be here for this because the first thing we were going to discuss is pictures that he took.
No, let's go over it without him so we can call him names.
What is he even doing? What would he suddenly have to get up and do?
Hopefully he's being murdered as we speak.
All right, well, I'll talk some shit first, real quick. F1 did their like season livery reveal thing, where instead of each team doing their own event, they were like, "Hey guys, you're not allowed to do that. We're gonna bring out all 10 cars at once in London in person." And they had some goofball host it and crack a bunch of jokes. Some of them landed, some of them didn't. They brought out like a bunch of random celebrities. They did a whole freaking dude. There's a lot of planning and effort that got into this thing because they had cars like popping out of the stage. They had cars like coming down from the ceiling. They had cars all over the place. They had a bunch of like really weird acts where they had like a bunch of like drummer dudes and fucking like DJs popping up and just like a lot of shit going on. Most of the cars look the exact same.
Sorry,
but the Toro
real
Rossos
fast.
are white and they look cool.
To go back to the Chipotle bit, I just have something that's going to rile up a few members of this podcast. So,
Oh Lord, here we go.
just in case we don't make it, some of that Chipotle might end up on a few certain seat cushions.
Caleb, no! You stole my seat cushions.
Dude, Caleb at Daytona in the chat goes, "Yo, whose seat cushions are these? I've never been to Kentucky Speedway." And Slap immediately. He's like, "You fucking bastard!"
I don't know
I
when
was
got them. They
wondering
just
where those
spawned in my
went.
closet because I was packing for this trip and I was like, why do I have a Kentucky Speedway seat cushion? I was like, what? Like, whose are these? So my only thoughts were because there was at one point where when we were leaving the infield of Talladega that all Slap shit was in my car, so I'm just assuming that we missed it. But I don't know when this fucking
No,
got
it
here.
was the 600.
There's
'Cause
no
I-
way
I
it's been
bought-
since
I bought-
Charlotte.
I bought the Kentucky Speedway thing at Martinsville in like 2022. Because
Bought
that's
the Kentucky Speedway thing at Martinsville.
yeah, because it belongs on my ass. Fuck Kentucky.
All right.
Unbelievably based reasoning.
And it was $2, so why not?
That's
$2. That's a damn good deal.
$2 is $2.
I did just enjoy taunting Slap with it though. Like whenever I joined under the caution, I was like, "Yo, Slap! Like, look what your seat cushions are enjoying right now." And it's just like row one of the Daytona 500. I was
like in the toilet of the fucking
yeah, we went in the
first
fucking
row of seats at Daytona.
Dude, I cannot wait to get to fucking Animal Planet. Oh my god!
All right, well, let's get through this Tripper Drown first.
All right.
Caleb, you sent in a couple pictures.
So this is
who
more of a
cares?
gateway drug, yeah, to fucking the rest of the paint schemes. But I was standing in the garage for cup practice, and I was like, dude, some of these cars are fucking sick. So I have to go on statement and retract a few of my statements last week. The one car I still think is the hottest car this year
Yeah,
so
this
far.
one we said that was a banger.
Yeah, this thing is fucking. Well, yeah, I'm just going on record. I'm standing by that thing. Is still the biggest piece of shit I've ever fucking seen.
I still
Almost
stand by
won,
my
dude.
statement that looks like it's an
It's
extra
an ARCA car, dude.
It looks like it's an extra car in like a NASCAR video game, like when they don't have the
Dude.
rights for
Dude,
like
it looks like
everybody,
a
so they
video
Such
game
a
skate.
movie,
fake
yeah.
video game car.
Yeah.
This looks like a
Um,
fucking Days of Thunder background car.
was
I mean,
about
this looks like the old school Charlotte Bobcats
You know what it
jerseys,
looks
where it
like?
doesn't even look like a real team. You
And
know?
I can't put my finger on it. There's no like specific element where I can say like that's what makes this car look like a
well, to
background
Just
me,
a
character.
it
combination.
looks like
It just
it looks like the
is.
fake steak. I think the number to me looks like the
The
fake steak
74.
Netflix car. Yeah.
There's just something about it where it's just soulless. I don't know. I can't
It's just,
describe
yeah,
it any other
Arca.
way.
But
Also, they put a team logo on the back. That's kind of
that's-
insane.
that is funny. But I have to take a moment and pull the Shaq. What is that guy doing? I don't know.
He's on a trike.
But I have to pull the Tricon or the what?
Yeah.
The Shaq
alright?
fucking I don't know. I owe you an apology. I wasn't familiar with your game, and I don't have a picture of it, but I wish I did. Of the William Byron Exalta 24 car. We were talking mad shit about the gradient on here last week. You can't even tell. It looks like it is literally like the hottest car on the racetrack. The Dayglow red, like they use for the base, pops. The blue on it is so deep, and then it's all brought together by the yellow gradient and the neon Hendrick yellow number. It is just timeless. It's classic. It's dude. It looks so good.
If they nailed the gradient, it would be like a 800 out of 10. But I'm happy just leaving this at 10 out of 10, cause it fucking slaps. And this, the orange red Dayglow, whatever they put on it, is so bright. This thing showed up on a wrestling show, on like some WWE thing. And it's just driving through like up through the garage thing, and it just pops. Like, that's a fucking race car. And you know what? The red hood is so much better than the blue one that he used to run, because you see it from the front, and it's just like, boom. I did a side-by-side comparison with his car that he won the Daytona 500 with last year, and like, holy shit, are you kidding me? He used to just run this white car
and the one
with some
last
little
year
red
was
flames
fucking
on it.
I feel
And
like last
that's an
year's
okay
was,
car.
Yeah.
But this one, ooh, it's so good, dude.
Like, what the fuck was his Exalta car in 2023? Because I remember, like, I thought the white one was an upgrade at the time.
2023.
Was it the
wasn't that-
Raptor thing?
No, that was just the one with the like the color on the side.
In 2023, he ran a
Yeah.
Valvoline scheme.
No.
Oh, here's him
he
showing
ran
up to this
the
WWE
OG.
thing. By the way, look at how much. Imagine if that was just like a little white car. It would be like whatever. But he comes popping around the corner in this fucking
Dude,
thing.
it's just hot.
Boom! Look at how sick that looks. God, that's cool. Man.
But I do
That
have to
ain't
stand on the
Jeff
grave
Gordon.
of the
Put the gun in your mouth. You're not the real Jeff Gordon.
the Corey LaJoy one we already shit on. Alex Bowman's car looked like egregious piece of shit.
So
Just
bad.
terrible race car, which is crazy that the 24 and the 48 are like the same team. Like, what are
The
y'all
complete
doing?
opposite ends of the sandwich.
Same thing with Chase Elliott and that ugly piece of
yeah,
shit.
it's also a turd.
Brad Keselowski's car popped for me. I enjoyed it. I can't think of any others.
Toilet paper car. All right, whatever. Super drown. Coming up for Atlanta, Hayek Motorsports has a new paint scheme. Martin's famous potato rolls.
Oh no, that's Martins, dude.
Martins. Picking up right where they left off with just random grocery store
Definitely Martins.
sponsors. Welcome back to the 47. Loaf of bread on the hood. And you know what? I kind of
Hey, it's not moldy bread.
It is not moldy.
Yeah, it is not
Why is
moldy
it-
bread.
Why are the outlines blue?
I don't know. I
Why
have no
who decided
idea.
light blue on white?
The
I want
white,
to see
light
this thing like
blue,
in person,
yellow.
not just
Yeah,
on
this is
Instagram.
one of those that could go either way in real life.
Yeah.
You are also not allowed to wrap that much of the splitter. So we'll see how
no,
that
wrap
looks.
it the whole splitter red. I don't care.
Aaron's is back.
Drippy.
Yeah,
Really?
I like
On
this.
the front row 34, I saw some people saying it's just not as good as the dog and the clouds, man.
Who
It's
cares?
just
Who
not
gives
the
a
dream
fuck?
machine.
Literally, who cares? No, this thing is still drippy.
Yeah, okay. I like a big logo. It's I don't know. It just feels kind of forgettable for me.
I like
I
it.
think it's all
Kinda
right.
forgettable.
Okay.
I mean, it's all right.
Yahoo,
Banger!
Denny Hamlin. They are back. I actually kind of prefer the paint scheme they ran last year.
Nah, dude, that thing is a
No.
fucking nut.
Dude,
This
I
is
like
cool. Listen.
the glowing lightsaber line at the bottom is pretty hot.
You cannot go wrong with a purple race car.
Also, the Yahoo going all the way
It
around
is
the
funny
car.
that it starts here, it goes around the back, and it just ends on this side. You just got ooh. The little yellow is a nice touch. It complements the purple very. Also, is that where the front numbers go on these cars now? Because holy shit,
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that's really bad. But the actual paint scheme's cool. Denny Hamlin got a cool car.
Hopefully,
That's
it's a fun
Boylan
wrap.
for designing it.
That's just true, Steve. Bubba Wallace is running some kind of retro Columbia thing.
I saw
Man,
people
that could look
glazing
so
this.
much
I was about
better
to
with
say,
that
I don't.
color scheme. That could be
Yeah.
so much better.
Yeah, I saw
It's
people glazing this,
cool
and I was like,
idea.
When you can barely see the hood sponsor in the render, you know you got
This
Well,
problems.
they
might be
fucked up the
Hood
lighting.
logo
It's
Hall
like it
of
got a
Shame.
glare on it. I
Yeah,
can't
but
even
that's how
fucking
it's
see
going to
it.
be at the track.
The
nah,
logo
dude.
should be down here.
I don't know.
You got the little Columbia thing. Put the little diamond thing up there and put the text under the vent.
Dude, the
That's
pink,
prime
purple, and
spot.
cyan could work so well. This just isn't it.
I like the idea, but not the execution.
I like the
Yeah.
colors. I wish they did
Don't like the
better.
scheme, yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Oh, what the
Jesus.
fuck?
so I expressed my concern
die.
because
so
the
the
RFK Kroger
Kroger
cars.
grocery items are back to haunt us.
So what RFK is doing, and they did this on Brad's car, and I talked about them doing it on Brad's car, where they just drop a big white hood with a massive shopping cart on it, and it's not gonna work with all the color schemes. And when it just goes yellow and blue to just white and blue to yellow with red numbers and a different blue, and then another blue over here, you're kind of losing the plot. Shout out to the friggin' donut and coffee on the quarter panel. There's just
Maybe
much,
it wasn't JTG, it
low.
was just Kroger. That was like that's why we were so up and down.
Maybe.
We're gonna
So
find out.
I will say this though, they're gonna have one hell of a retro scheme for Darlington.
Are they?
They will. It'd
I'm
be
just
like
ready for the
Winn
Mountain
Dixie's,
Dew.
but Kroger.
Oh, as
throwback.
like a 60? Yeah, okay.
Are we
just
Was that
this is-
Kroger that did Mountain Dew, or was that Colleague?
that was calling
Colleague.
with Food Line.
Ah.
It's gonna work with some things. Like it worked with the toilet paper car and Brad's car, but it's not gonna work with others. It didn't work with this. It didn't work with the applesauce thing that Chris Buescher ran in the Clash.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna have some snoozers.
I will say I enjoy the yellow with the blue pillar on the side. Like something about it's school bus pilled to me, and I don't know. About it.
It's kind of school bus like. I don't even know what.
Yeah, with the big
fucking
red 60 on the
Javali
side, like the
is.
stop sign that
Dude,
swings
yeah.
out.
Oh.
It's a fucking stop. It's a big fucking school bus.
Anyway, that's your drip or drown. There'll probably be more stuff announced, but we're recording it on Tuesday this week. Reason. Next up, it's Animal Planet.
These of animals at the track.
I appreciate that Ellie's been forever remembered now.
Immortalized.
Just ingrained in group history as the animal opener.
Destroyer
Caleb.
of slap thumbs.
It's true. Put a hole in your thumb before it based. Caleb, you went to Daytona. How was it?
I have a multi-part Animal Planet for you. Stop
Oh,
fucking
no.
looking to bed. Quit it. Anyways, yeah. So we have multiple Animal Planet stories involved here. I guess I'll start with I do have a bathroom report for you. This is the fun part that we get to start off with. Daytona Saturday had maybe some of the nicest NASCAR bathrooms I've ever been in. Like clean floors, the stalls were clean, everything was nice. Like the soap was stocked.
Did they ripen over the course of the weekend?
The sinks were just golden. They had paper towels. They had hand dryers.
no.
I was like, I'm in fucking paradise. Like I've been to Anderson Speedway. I know what bad looks like. This is the farthest thing we get from bad. I'm expecting that when I walk in the middle of a rain delay on Sunday, because I kind of got to piss because we've been there since 6 a.m. When I tell you that this might rival Anderson Speedway as the
Oh,
most
no.
disgusting
God.
bathroom I've stepped foot into. I went to the urinal. There are literally overflowing beer cans in the fucking urinal. We had
Oh
like,
my
I had like,
God,
Oh God.
dude, there was someone nuked a coffee under the urinal, so it was just you had to step in a coffee puddle to get to the urinal that had beer cans in
Hopefully
it.
coffee.
There were, dude, there was empty like chicken finger baskets on top of the urinal, and I'm just like, how did this get, like, was somebody just eating chicken fingers
Yeah, drinking
at
beers.
the fucking urinal?
Like unzip their pants and just eating chicken fingers, just pissing into the urinal.
The dividers, there's piss on the dividers. There's a stall where I swear to God somebody had explosive diarrhea and missed the bowl. Like the fucking seat is just nuked. I'm like, so I thought this was exclusive to the men's bathroom. Bella has the exact same experience where she walks out of the bathroom and is like, what the fuck happened in here? Like, what happened? Like, these were beautiful yesterday, and they're just fucking destroyed. I swear to God, the Floridian animals in the course of like 24 hours took the nicest bathrooms I've ever, like, they were fucking Buc-ee's. They were like that Florida gas station that Rusty talks to where they had a fucking massage table in the middle of them. And by Sunday, dude, I didn't want to be in there. I was like, get me the fuck out. It was so bad.
When you get compared to a literal outdoor piss trough, you know you're in a bad
Pigpen
position.
pisser.
Dude, the thing is like, I feel like in the piss trough, like you can almost be ignorant to like the piss that's seeped into the ground. So you don't have to think about it. Whereas in this fucking like just concrete jungle
there on the
of a
floor.
bathroom, yeah, there's just shit. And there's fucking piss, and there's coffee, and there's chicken tenders, and there's beer. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's like the Porta-John, like right outside of Talladega Boulevard when we went back in October.
Dude.
Where I just had to take a piss and I just open it and there's just explosive diarrhea just shotgunned across the walls, on the floor, like on the bowl. And I'm just in there just like, man, I just gotta take a piss. Just let me like just piss in like the trough on the corner.
Do you go into like survival mode where it's like just empty and get the fuck out? Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, dude. It was so fucking bad.
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
God, it was so
Like
fucking
who
bad.
has explosive diarrhea so bad at Daytona Speedway? They can't even wait to get their ass cheeks on the bowl. They just like squat down, they just shotgun it, just boom, just like all
It's
over
one of
the
those
stalls, the walls, everything.
See, I'm
I
just
wish-
picturing someone that can't make it, did that in the stands, and then it rains and it's all falling on everyone underneath.
All right. We
That's
gotta
enough of that.
change
Like that
topics.
fucking like American
No.
Airlines flight to Spain that had to do with the explosive diarrhea that had
Dave
to like
Matthews Band bus
correct
on the
all the
fucking
way on the
bridge.
ground.
Yeah, so shout out to Daytona.
I don't know what it is about NASCAR races and people having explosive diarrhea and just shitting all over the place. But
Animals. Absolute
Yeah,
animals.
That's your Daytona International Speedway bathroom report. I would love to see what other shrimps that were at the Daytona 500 would have to say, but that's it's my
send 'em in.
feedback and my story. Yeah.
We know racing
I don't know which-
season's back once we start getting fucking bathroom reports. Any other animals to report on?
Oh yeah, so I have like 3 more stories, dude. Like
Oh my God.
Jesus
dude,
Christ.
there was so much, dude. It's in Florida. Like, what are you expecting? We're in Florida.
Yeah, it's true.
My dog's leaving the fucking room. Anyway, I do have loose dogs to report. I did see people again in the aforementioned piss and shit. It wasn't in the bathroom, but it was dangerously close to the bathroom while it was raining. We did have
No.
barefoot
In the track?
Floridians,
Oh,
loose dogs
No.
inside the
No.
Daytona International Speedway.
No.
Why? Dude, Daytona, it's like a stadium with the freaking walkways and shit. There's people everywhere. Why on earth would you go dogs out?
There's like 180,000 people at this racetrack, sold out crowd, and you got your feet out. Crazy work.
Semen
people-
dogs. Semen dogs part 2.
It's true. Semen
Demon
dogs too.
dogs.
If you're watching this podcast, just don't be an animal. Wear shoes when you go into public spaces, especially ones with 170,000 people attending the biggest spectator sport in America.
Especially if you go down to Atlanta where they have free Chipotle. Like, Caleb, if you're going to Atlanta, like just tell me how many shotgun blasts of shit you see strewn across.
I was
the
gonna go
fucking
to
walls.
Atlanta, but walking into the bathroom made me decide against it. Like the moment I stepped foot in there and saw the horrors.
We gotta stop talking about shit, dude. It's been too much.
Shout out to those that
we
listening
still
to this.
have 2 more stories to go here.
Yeah.
The shit
next
has
2
only
are
just begun.
relatively short. Like I was mentioning earlier, so I had a big Elio Castro Neves fan in front of me. So it was his family's first time at a NASCAR race, and they sat right in the row in front of me. And I knew that we were in for a fun time when the wife, so it was like the dad, 2 kids, wife. The wife turns back to me, and she was like, "How many laps is this thing?" And I was like, 200, bro. Like, strap in, lock in. We got rain on the way, bro. Like, you're gonna be here a while. She was like, "How long does like 200 laps take?" And I'm like 3.5, 4 hours maybe. And she was like, "What?" She was like, we're sitting out here for 3.5 hours. I was like, "Oh yeah, like this is the fucking Daytona 500, baby." So I'm like driver intros. I'm like hype. I'm rooting for my boys. Like Blaney comes up and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, like let's go, Blaney." And she's like, "Which one are you rooting for?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, the one in like yellow on the left, like Ryan Blaney." And she's like, "Oh okay." And they announced Elio Castro Neves, and she was like, who's that?" I was like, "Oh, that's Elio Castro Neves. He's like 4-time Indy 500 winner." And she's like, "Is he Brazilian?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he's Brazilian." Dude, locked the fuck in. Just automatic biggest Elio Castro Neves fan. She's like, "What car is he driving?" Like I'm giving the fucking Wikipedia biography like rundown of
That's
like
sick. I love that.
Yeah, he's in the 91 Wendy's, like running for Trackhouse. It has 4 cars with like Shane Van Gisbergen and Chastain. Like these are the boys. I'm still like sick, so I gotta sip water a little faster in between talking. But dude, yeah, no, she was all in on the Elio Castro Neves, and then I'm pretty sure she was about to fucking kill. I think it was Martin Truex Jr. like ran into the back of him or something. Somebody turned him across
Ross into him.
Yeah, so she was ready to
got
fucking
like a
kill.
Trackhouse 1-2, which is bad.
Yeah. But shout out to her. Her kids were getting antsy. They were on the iPad. The iPad died like stage 2, and they were just getting pissed. So shout out to them.
Trouble.
The dad was like having trouble explaining what was happening, so she would just turn to me and be like, "What's going on right now?" And I'd be like, "All right, we got fuel strategy right now. Like the boys are saving." She kept at, oh my god, I turned into Patrick.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
They turned into Alex Jones. They're drinking water, making
the frogs gay. Anyways, so I had to, dude, it made me like sit and like think about how stupid NASCAR was sometimes, because she was sitting there, like, again, from the lens of like, she was asking her husband, like, where are the cars going? Like when they went to turns 1 and 2, she was like, where the fuck are they going? And then he was like, oh, they're on like the backstretch now. So they're going all the way around and coming back to us. So like had absolutely no fucking clue what was going on. But it was like, I think it was like 2 back-to-back cautions or some point where it was like, we had a caution right before stage 1 or like to end stage 1. And we were just pacing there for like, it was like 15 laps. And she turned to me and she was like, when are the cars going to go fast again? I was like, dude, I'm asking the same fucking question, bro. Like I'm sitting here, I'm antsy. But shout out to them. They decided to beat traffic. I think they left with like it was literally like 8 to go. It was like a lap before the fucking Ryan Preece race.
Insane work.
Dude, insane work to sit through a 3.5-hour rain delay and leave the
Yeah.
Daytona 500 with 8 laps to go. But whatever.
To beat the traffic, like
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they had fun.
tailgate.
Mm-hmm. And then final story I have of a misinformed purchasing decision. I want to call out
Oh no.
some folks
no.
and warn our viewers. So hold on. So what I have in front of me, this I did not buy this weekend. I've had for years, but I just want you to take in and look at a regular NASCAR 124 diecast. All right, this is like a $50 one back in the day, where it's like good shit. Interior looks nice. You got a fucking like little fabric window net. You get fucking suspension.
Flexing on us with that signed Brad too. That's crazy.
Dude, this is my favorite autograph in the collection. It's crispy.
Brad K.
But yeah, dude, like the interior is all like nice and crispy. Like it's got good hefty weight to it. Like the trunk opens up. You get the roof flaps if you want. You get the hood with a lot of I can't open it, but like nice fucking detail in there.
Yeah.
Again, that's like I think we bought it for like $50 in it was like 2017, 18, something like that. So I go to the merch haulers this weekend and like I'm not really too attached to anything. Did have a few Ryan Williams bangers. I had to pick up the hat, the shirt, and the diecast.
Hell yeah.
Went to the JRM hauler, spent like I think like $250. Like we were balling. I had shirts, I had a ton of shit. While I was there, I was like, I don't really want like a next gen diecast. Like I'm just not feeling it. Dude, actually, this would be even a better comparison. Hold on. So I'm at the JRM hauler, and yeah, you can take a look. Like the OG 8 car, sick. And I see it's the last Bud 8 late model. Okay, this is the last one. And I'm like, dude, I can get a fucking like late model with like the big ass Bud across the hood, like the old DEI 8 on it. I'm like, fuck it. You know what? We're in Daytona. Why the fuck not? So I'm like, hey, give me that one. There's no price listed or anything, so I'm assuming like the regular like 75, maybe $80. So I get the whatever, like I give her my card and fucking fuck off.
Before asking how much it costs, are you insane?
Dude, I didn't give a fuck. It was the last one. Fuck it. This is in the middle. I will add context. This is in the middle of the rain delay, so I was actively trying to get the fuck back to the seats because it was like, hey, drivers to their cars. Like I was like, all right, get me the fuck out of here. So I want to show you real fast my purchase. So I have him in front of me. Just banger.
The exhaust is just a decal.
Dude, look at the fucking interior, fucking plastic Walmart fucking ass. This thing, plastic window net, fucking this thing.
Really?
Dude, yeah, this thing feels like this is like a $30 Walmart car.
That's like a circle, winter circle car.
How much did you pay
ain't
for
shit
it?
happens. Before we even get to how much I paid for it, the fucking base it comes on, I guess because Budweiser sponsors it. They decided that screwing it down to the base wasn't enough. I don't know if you can see it at all. Probably not. But they fucking glued the screws in. So you can't take a screwdriver to it. I literally stripped the screws trying to get this thing off because I was like, why aren't the fucking screws turning? Because they're glued into the fucking car. And so 21 plus adult collectible. Like, shut the fuck up because it has Budweiser on it. So it was a pain in the ass to get off, but I finally did. And yeah, that's when I realized I was like, holy shit, like this thing's a toy. Like this thing's a piece of shit. So I referred back to the receipt because I still had the bag. I want to guess on how much fucking money this thing was. This piece of shit little plastic piece of garbage race car
If
that
it's
I
over
can find at
100,
Walmart.
if it's over
150.
100, it's
300, Bob.
stupid.
150.
One
It's
of you
probably
is
like 120 or like close to 150.
drive through. You have guessed it on the dot. This piece of shit was $120.
That's 4 times what it. It's not worth it. Just go to the tents and go to the $5
Yes.
pack and go to the $10 pack and get some
Yes.
shit out of there. You can get 12 of those $10 one fucking whatever 24s
64
that are
or
the
24,
big
yeah,
ones.
that's
You can get the big boys. You can get a bunch of old shit. You can get 12 of those or one stupid late model.
Yeah, and I thought this was like I was like, okay, like to be fair, I'm paying the upcharge price for like
Not worth
this
it.
is in the hauler,
That's not worth
like
it.
in the merch hauler. I looked on the website and they're like $100. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I don't know, man. It's just like it is so hard. I just feel like we fall into a cycle where it's like they raise the prices of the diecast so less people buy the diecast and then they get pissed.
And then they're like, "Oh, we can't produce enough, so now it gets more expensive." And then even less people buy it. And
The
then
thing
less
is,
things
though,
get
where
made.
is this money going
Fanatics
to make that
NASCAR.
piece of shit car?
Hey, Elon Musk and to run Doge.
Shut
Dude,
up.
I'm like, what we used to be a proper this fucking car from 2006 that was $20 has working suspension and like the interior has engineering where when you move the front tires, the fucking steering wheel in there starts fucking twisting and turning. This thing doesn't even have, you can't even turn the front wheels. They don't even turn. What the, like, this is a Walmart. I should buy this for $10 and you charged me $120.
And you
Because
bought
you were
it.
willing to buy it, you stupid fuck ass.
I'm gonna fucking go to Lionel. I saw 2 of their little representatives walking around the fan zone. I'm gonna take them hostage and fucking I'm gonna hold them for ransom until we open this up. Give me diecasts that are worth it. Give me things that I want to buy because this is not. What
I mean,
are
you
we
bought it.
doing?
We're Fed posting is what we're doing.
Slap Shoes is going to arrest me for making these comments, but Lionel Racing, I'm coming for you. After I took out Steve Phelps this weekend, you haven't heard about that yet, but it's coming. After I eliminated Steve Phelps, Lionel, you're next on the list. All of you.
Just to disarm you for a second, we also told you how to talk into a Blue Yeti last week, and you're still doing it wrong. You're just talking to the wrong part of the. Oh my god, that's the back of it, weirdo. Honestly, if you had it right
he broke
side
it.
up,
He
you
broke
unplug
it.
He broke it.
If
He
you
broke
point it
broke
right
it.
side up and just
It's
talk into
dead.
the front of it, it's fine.
Oh, he's dead. He's actually dead.
I may have solved
Trouble.
our issue. I freed us.
Oh,
and
he's back.
Caleb.
He's back.
You guys suck. I'm drive through talking to the front of your fucking mic, you fucking
Dude,
little.
it literally sounds so much better.
Okay. Is this what you want? Do you want me to just fucking talk like this?
All right, media
Whoa,
check in.
Four Nations face off.
Ooh. We may have lost the battle, but we're not going to lose the war. Thursday night, be there. Canada
Dude, they're
versus
not
USA
they're
for
not
all the
letting Quinn
marbles.
Hughes suit up for his country. This thing is fight. This thing's rigged. Rigged.
While you guys
Listen.
talk about hockey and gay stuff, I'm gonna use bathroom.
That's ironic coming from Slap Shoes of all
Slap,
people.
did you see the opening of the US versus Canada?
They
I
had
know there
3
was a lot of
fights in the
booing
first
going
9
on.
seconds.
They
It
had
was
3
literally
fights in the
just-
first 9
they started
seconds.
dropping gloves.
Oh yeah. It turned into like a amateur
Dude, and the
boxing
game was
contest.
electric. Unfortunately, our goaltender sucks, but the U.S. defense is also very, very good. But we demolished Finland, and we will be seeing the U.S. again in the finals Thursday night. It's going to be insane.
I'll be there no
Must
matter what.
watch sports. Are you working, Caleb? Can we watch that together?
I will be working, yes, but I don't know what time. I should be off in time for
Okay. Any other?
Just the same old classics. Me and Cody we're
Oh, you know what I
ghost
found the other
gaming.
day?
Oh, your game.
What game?
The one that you put in Shrimpage to ask us to play, I thought.
Oh yeah, I want us to play some fucking Ultimate Chicken Horse
What the fuck is
at
that?
some point. It's like a competitive platformer where there's like a start and a finish, and you each play a little dude, and each like round, if everyone makes it to the finish line, then no one scores. Like someone has to die to get points, and each round you get to put one new obstacle in. And you can start just like as the rounds go through and progress, you just start stacking all these insane contraptions together. And you try and like do things that'll kill your friends but not you, and it looks really fun.
Dude, that reminds me, we gotta play that fucking Discord game again where we had to gaslight the AI into letting us live. Just the insane
goofy
scenarios. Dude, I had so much fun playing that game. What do you want, bro? Like, you're either in or out. Get on the bed. Get on the bed.
Unfortunately, I've gotten back into Stalker 2. There is a fat...
Were you ever out of it?
No. There is a fat update. Like 1,700 bug fixes fat.
I was gonna say, that's what they need, is to just fix the game.
Unfortunately, sometimes it's still a buggy mess. But I'm on my second playthrough, and the mission that I got hard locked on worked correctly. So.
Oh, that's good. Dude, I found an interesting thing the other day. I was updating a bunch of my like GTA tracks and stuff, and I found a couple comments on my like Rockstar Social Club profile from some random small-time Polish streamer who was just doing like a bunch of fat playlists. And they threw them into fucking my like Dodge Raceway Stadium, and they had like 20 dudes going around there.
Oh, dude.
Just talking in Polish. And I was like, dude, I guess, yeah, sometimes it just pops up in people's rotations. So I started just like looking up my maps on YouTube. I found like a bunch of, I don't know if they're Portuguese or Brazilian dudes, but they're speaking Portuguese.
Really?
And dude, they did like 30 laps at Daytona with like fucking... a full like 30 car field. Like it was insanity.
How do I
was like,
find this?
This is so cool. It was really hard to find. If I go through my YouTube history, I can pull it up. It was just so funny to see these maps that I worked on, like just for us to play, like specifically for us to race with like 10 dudes on, and then there's just a bunch of Polish dudes here. Let me pull this up. And this is just this down. It's Polish, you racist fuck. They say kurwa.
It's Slavic. It's basically the same.
Let me find it. But they drop the map title in the
there it is.
in the YouTube description. And they've just got a bunch of fucking Polish dudes lined up, and they start talking about they're like, dude, whoever made this map played too much fucking NASCAR Thunder back in the day. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. They launched this thing. I was just using the like auto translate captions. They start so close together, like, dude, we're like in each other's asses, smelling each other's exhausts on the grid, and look at all these dudes they've got. It's a fucking disaster immediately. And it's so funny.
I will say it's hilarious seeing other people using, like, I feel like it's our cars, like the 35 Rainbow and the 46 Sprunk, like it.
And then he had another stream where he played the diamond track, and someone was just like, one of the Polish dudes was just complaining about catch up the whole time. He said whoever created the map played too much NASCAR Thunder. Here's my YouTube history, I guess. But this one they do the other track, which if you've watched that one video I put on YouTube, then you'll recognize it.
I've seen all of these.
But for the shrimps specifically, this is like such weird footage.
Oh, dude, this is
these guys
this is our track. Like, this is our track that they're on.
Dude, I've placed all these walls, all these grandstands. I like made the banking profile, and it's just a bunch of Polish dudes just wrecking, jumping the fence where we jump the fence. It's so funny to me, and they're just doing 16 lappers on this shit too.
We gotta do a full 500 lapper, dude. That'd be
So I
so
gotta see
based.
if the I don't think I have the Brazilian one here.
Real
I'll
fast
have to
before
find that later.
DT finds this, I just want you to know specifically, Slap. I am sitting on both of your seat cushions right now, and I just farted.
Yeah, make sure you eat some Chipotle next time so you get the nice like blood stain right there in the middle.
Yeah, dude, I'm making sure the fucking checkered flag one's on top so it gets stained.
God.
No, do the Kentucky one. The Kentucky one needs the shit stain on it.
So I found this one where this guy cut together a bunch of streamers. They're all like small time streamers, but this guy cut a video together of them with fucking 30 dudes at Daytona.
Oh, dude.
Jesus.
What are they? Oh, what is this animal doing? Oh, no.
Trouble.
And I don't know if
Ryan
this is like
Priest.
a thing, but I think they like,
Oh.
I think it's like a group of streamers, and I think they make all their viewers drive like green cars. So the rest of them can like tell like one of them's in a purple one and one of them's in like a yellow one, and then all these like the viewers just become NPCs in these green cars. This shit, dude, they do this thing 30 laps at Daytona.
Damn.
This guy's playing on keyboard, which is insanity. And they're just constantly wrecking, but because of the catch up, they always look at the side, look at how many dudes they got. They're on lap 21 of 30. The fucking sun goes down at the end of it. It's hilarious. What the hell? And they've got just tons of dudes. Look at how cute this looks, though. And I don't know how they found this. If this is like just randomly came up or whatever, but it's just so fucking funny to me. I need more dudes to start playing this shit. I also found a bunch of nerds that liked that little drift stadium map that I did, which makes me happy because none of the shrimps gave a fuck about that one.
No.
But dude, I didn't actually see the finish of this thing. They've got 30 dudes. Big suck down the back. It's the fucking GTA Daytona 500. This guy gets dumped.
Oh, no.
And then there's just 4 cars left. It really is the Daytona 500. This guy dumps that guy and then
my
gets smacked into the
he gets the
slowdown.
slowdown.
He hit the slowdown sticks.
And they're all yelling in fucking Portuguese. Just really, really funny. It's just
That's
such a
awesome.
weird experience.
That is strange seeing a bunch
Just
of
other people having fun on your tracks.
It's true. If you play
It's my
GTA
track.
5 on PC, I'm pretty sure I use the tag drive-through on all my things, so you can find them all. I did just make 2 new ones, which we need to try out. Because I just got cracked out one night. Anyway,
I saw those, yeah.
that's the media check-in. Let's open some
Whoa,
goddamn.
whoa. I have somebody to report on YouTube. There's a guy by the name of Hidden, Hydn. He is the new best sports YouTube channel. He recently put out a video called The Longest Baseball Game. The bottom of the 33rd, it finally got called at like 4:50 a.m. A minor league AAA game out in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Hydn? What the fuck's this guy's name?
Oh, dude. This is sick. Hold on.
Hydn.
Hydn.
Hidden.
Oh.
He also
Hmm.
did
An hour and 15 minutes long?
I was entranced the entire time. Great.
I've seen this video. I've seen this dude before. He's done NASCAR stuff before.
Yeah, he did
Has he?
the death penalty in sports, where he talks about the old SMU scandal where they were paying players back in the 1980s.
Yep.
Less than 30,000 subs. He's just a little kid.
Dude, he makes some of the best sports videos out there
He made a lot of
right
shit.
now. He's fucking good. He's like John Boyes, but he puts out videos
NFL
like
players who are killers with Aaron Hernandez killing somebody in the thumbnail.
Dude, there's some of these videos that fucking nobody's watching. That's crazy.
like his newer stuff after the death
Kyle
penalty
Busch.
video have really like taken off.
I've watched the What If the Houston Texans Never Existed. I don't remember watching it, but the red bar is full, so I guess I got that. At some point.
The NBA Jam video is really good. Sportopoly, where they talk about owners in sports, and he eventually like, gets around to like the Packers are publicly owned, and like it's like the perfect way to like run a sports program, but the NFL banned it, so no other sport can be publicly owned ever again.
This fucking thing's 2 hours and 18 minutes long.
Yeah, get
Which
your
one?
popcorn and sit down.
That is a feature-length film.
I mean, it's good. You're entranced the entire time. It's fucking good.
Take your word for it.
Trance you and
Can we
something.
start these goddamn emails now?
I'm just
Man, I
trained you like
forgot we.
cloudy.
Send in your fucking mail.
It's deep shrimp lore.
Send in
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know that you can say that.
Cinnamon guys.
That might be
Oh,
a
it's deep. It's deep, boss.
public
Like,
figure.
Oh my god.
Welcome to fan mail.
Oh
Fan
my
mail.
god.
Fan mail. Fan mail.
Did I win this fucking...
No, I won,
Rubber.
bitch.
Did you actually?
No, I don't know. Maybe
Who
If
knows?
you...
fetishized content creators on Twitter.
if you make
That's an
2-hour
email.
sports documentaries, send in your questions or concerns.
I did it purely for DT Pop. Thank God. I got
Send
it.
us an email. shriphourspresents@gmail.com. Send us questions, comments, concerns. Try not to send us 5 emails from the same person every week, but one every week would be fine. Thanks. All right. We have 18 emails this week.
I'm going to bed.
18?
I'm going to bed.
This is what I've been
dude.
trying to get us to hear, and Slap kept fucking talking. All right. We'll try and speed read these. Not only there's 18 emails this week, and this is like a short podcast week because we just like jumped from like these 18 emails over the course of 4 days. It's not an entire week.
And it's
which is
probably
insane.
from like 5 people too.
All right.
We'll take a look.
The first email comes in from Keegan, who says,
Keegan.
the day is February 13th at 6:08 p.m. I'm predicting we
told.
will see our first catch fence crash in the next gen car, either in the
We were
duels or the
close.
race.
Not quite.
We were close.
Not quite, but close. Carl writes in, says, post-duel email. NASCAR never wants to play it out anymore. They don't ever want to play us out with Sting and a cut off his new album. Instead, they gotta fuck with it and do it live. From Carl.
Well, you would be wrong because we did the whole last lap going through 2 crashes under green.
There's no words there. Thanks, Carl. The next email also comes in from Keegan, who says, why NASCAR? I know it's a duel, but when a wreck happens that close to finish, why aren't we racing to the line? NASCAR has to make everything controversial. Eric Jones won. Fuck this garbage. Thanks, Keegan. It was insane.
Yeah, Cindric
They
has
pushed the
finished
button.
second in every single one of his duels. Confirmed.
Interesting. Jack writes in and says, fuck Corey LaJoy. Worst father ever. Shit race car driver too. I'm sending this after the duels. Penske runs motorsports now, and we need to Mangione his ass.
Based.
It was kind of insane that Corey LaJoy was celebrated for putting his kids' college money on him making the Daytona 500 and then it working. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, put the fries in the bag, bro.
The next email comes in from a good friend from down under, Andrew R.
I got slapped.
Who may be losing the good friend status. How much shit he talks. He says, the Daytona 500 begins at 6 a.m. on Monday morning here in Sydney. It's being carried by Fox Sports 1. Here's an idea for a NASCAR and Fox drinking game. Take a shot for every side-by-side commercial break. You would die in this 500.
Yeah, it's alcohol poisoning, bro.
Please note, he says, and if there's a full-on commercial, then you have to finish your drink. Please note, Andrew R. is not a health professional and cannot be held responsible for any injury. Thank you from Andrew R.
Just do a full shoe nice every full full screen commercial.
I have one for you.
PS
Get the Everclear out.
Full shoey.
P.S.
Dude.
Andrew R. died of acute alcohol poisoning after consuming 34 bottles in the first hour. It's just insane how quickly I remember how fucking ass American TV. Now you have to watch a bunch of commercials for like the next NASCAR race instead of the
Yeah, but
current
your
NASCAR
fucking
race.
Starbucks ad with fucking AC/DC playing,
That is
Thunderstruck
funny.
for a coffee ad.
There's a Canadian Starbucks ad where it starts playing Thunderstruck and it's like all this hype music and it's just people making fucking coffee. Like, come on, man. Know
Dude.
your audience.
Before we move on to the next email, I'll make it very quick. I did forget to touch on it because I got so caught up in everything else. From the stands, I don't know again what it was perceived as at home, but this was a fucking banger Daytona 500. Like
It was a good race overall.
Yeah, dude, like I don't know, like just from the stands, like I was sitting there just like stage 1 and 2, and I had that same, like, I wasn't expecting this feeling at all, but I had the same like Indy 500 feeling where I was like, this is the greatest fucking race in the world. Like I was having myself a grand old time. The last 20 laps, we won't talk about the last 20 laps because then it was like, this is fucking stupid. But before
Listen.
that, it was great time.
Rules are rules. It's a 10 out of 10 race.
It's true.
The next email comes in from Harley Payne. Sent at 4 p.m. on Sunday.
Oh boy.
I'm writing to you incredibly pissed. I'm leaving the Daytona 500 to go home. I can't hang around for hours for the race to end at midnight. Why not?
Why? Monday, we're
Yeah,
off
what else
Monday.
you got to fucking do?
Dude,
I'm
yeah, you
incredibly
buy the tickets to
frustrated
go
as
to the
this is
race?
2 races I've tried to attend at Daytona in a row. I won't see to completion.
Damn.
The 4th Daytona 500 since 2020 has been rain delayed. If that's not evidence enough of climate change, I don't know what is. I think that's evidence enough that you should be able to stay.
Yeah, plan ahead.
Yeah, like at this point, I was about to say you gotta plan to have Monday free because
Like, I understand that you live in Georgia and you want to like drive back that night, but also like, what the fuck did you expect? They said all week that it was gonna rain.
Yeah, and again, as somebody who lives north of you, like again, with like I don't know what your schedule flexibility is, but you got it like Monday at least is like a travel day. But like for me, I was like, okay, if it rains and like God forbid gets pushed to Monday, like
It was
obviously
a holiday
it's,
for you guys, wasn't it?
yeah, it's President's Day.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I don't know. So yeah, like Monday for me was it ended up just being a travel day, but like at the same time, like if it got pushed to like 11 a.m. Monday, like my ass was going back to Daytona. Like we were fucking watching that race. I don't know. It's just one of those things. You gotta kind of plan for the rain. I feel like, but I'm
So
sorry that you missed out.
What did you do after the race, Cal?
Um,
I'm just curious what the logistics were.
I mean, it really wasn't bad. I think the race wrapped up by 10. I drove like an hour, so I sat in post race traffic for a bit. We had a grill, so we fucking just let traffic kind of clear itself out. Grilled some burgers and some hot dogs
Hell
at
yeah.
10 p.m.
That's the way to do
AM.
it.
Yeah.
It started raining again, and we were like, all right, like whatever. We packed everything up, got everybody in the car, fucking drove back to the hotel.
Oh, so you had a hotel. Okay.
Yeah, went to sleep for the night, and then did a 10.5 hour drive on Monday. So
Harley says, I'm fully on the DT train. There's no reason the so-called greatest drivers in America shouldn't be able to learn some racecraft and self-control on par with the rest of the world and race ovals on rain tires. If Michelin was making NASCAR tires, maybe, but not with fucking Goodyear.
No, Goodyear does not know what
I
they're
did
doing.
see Brad Prez's tweet where he was like, what if we just did what the MLB does and have like a tarp that rolls out from the safer barriers? I was like, I don't know.
A lot of tarps. That's a lot bigger than
I don't think people realize the
tarp.
logistics of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like, I don't know, there's got to be something better than what we're doing.
There are plenty of reasons for NASCAR to be the laughing stock of motorsports, and moisture shouldn't be one. I cannot be convinced that there is not a level of skill that would not make up for the loads on the tires. We landed 12 people on the moon, but we can't drive in a circle when it rains. Get the fuck out of here. It is true. Like,
that's fair.
There should be, like, obviously when it's raining a lot, and just stop the race. But it's insane that they have to fucking drive a bunch of jet engines around the track and just make a bunch of noise and burn a bunch of fuel just to get the track like bone dry before we can turn laps at all.
Dude, it is really funny to me too. So yeah, we spent 45 minutes doing whatever the fuck at the beginning of the race just to finally start it, get 10 laps in before the rain hits. But the thing that was hilarious was after the 3 hours, whatever, they finally put the caution back out. The track surface is dry, but pit road isn't completely dry. So what do we do instead of sending them green? We have to sit here and pace for another 15 laps while they get the air titans on pit road. And it takes them so long that it starts raining again. And then we put the cars back on pit road, and then we are right back at square one. It's like, what are you guys doing? And I was sitting there in the stands. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Start the goddamn race.
One of my favorite parts about that, I appreciate Fox's dedication to doing side-by-side commercials where it's like, you know, you can see the racing going on. When they were pacing around and drying the track, they put a fucking side-by-side on. And Jacob and I were like, what the hell
went
is
off.
But yeah, I've always been pro rain tires. The people said it wasn't possible. I've been telling them for years that we can put rain tires on ovals, and the people were like, they'll never do it, not even at the short tracks. They do them at the short tracks, get fucked, and they're gonna do them at the big tracks eventually.
To Caleb's point, during the 1979 Daytona 500, but
yeah, it started off with rain.
Yeah, it was rain delayed for a while. When they started that race green and they let him go, you look at pit road, it was soaking fucking wet. There's standing water in pit lane. And this is before we had pit road speed.
Pit road. We don't need it. Like, it doesn't have.
This was before pit road speeds. Like, they would go flying down there at 100 miles an hour.
That is fucking crazy.
I understand you don't want to put the pit guys
slicks,
in danger.
Not even treads, just slicks down pit road, 120 miles an hour. Hit your fucking box. If you slide, that's too bad. Should have gone slower, dumbass. Kill yourself. They would just like let him fucking go.
All right. The next email comes in from Andrew R again, who says, I was in the left turn lane, separated by a little traffic island, stopped at a red light in the little Mazda 2. Hell yeah. Some dude in a gray Dodge Ram, apparently they have those in Australia, I didn't know that, evidently didn't like my existence, so he decided to push me forward a bit and then drove over the traffic island against the red light and nearly took out a Mitsubishi ASX in the cross street.
Dude's most reasonable Dodge Ram driver.
If you are number plate redacted, you might like to take a long bath and chill out for a long time.
With a toaster.
That is why you have dash cams.
I do appreciate there were rumors this week of Dodge Ram joining the truck series, and immediately people are like, yeah, they're just gonna wreck all the time. Fucking animals.
The first thing I saw after that was posted was like the highest amount of DWIs and DUIs Dodge Ram.
It's literally the Mustang of trucks, and that's like even worse. Respectfully, because I know like Matt Hall and like a few other people drive Dodge Rams. I think Eric Messer drives a Dodge Ram. Anyway, everyone else though, animals. Just the average Dodge Ram owner is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Some of you bring the average up, but the average is real low.
I didn't see if it was specifically a Ram or not, but that actually reminds me when I was driving back to the hotel on Sunday night. Real weird road setup they got going down in Florida. I don't know what the fuck they were on when they were designing roads, but like you have to do like each road is divided by a median and you have to do a fucking U-turn to get anywhere. So like out of the hotel, we have to do anyway, real weird.
Like that
but there was this, we had like one, it was like a 3-lane, so you had 2 lanes that went straight, and then there was a left turn specific lane. The car in front of me didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So we had a green light, and they start like stomping on the brakes because they think this red arrow is for like the lanes that go straight or whatever. And so I'm like getting on the brakes. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So he's just going like real slow, like putting along, and I'm like, obviously not gonna fucking rear end him, so I'm slowing down. Car behind me just is pissed, starts laying on the horn, just burp. My entire fucking family, I'm just driving alone. They're all passed the fuck out because it's like 11 o'clock at night and we've just been at the Daytona 500 all day. And they're like, they just like jolt up, like, who the fuck is honking at us? And I'm like, it's this fucking mongoloid behind us. Fucking like, dude, again, just big old truck honking for no reason. I'm like, dude, what the fuck do you want me to do? Yeah, your story reminds me of that. But shout out to idiot Floridians.
The next email is a third email of the week from Keegan. Who says, "Hey Shrimps,
Can we send him to like an island or something?
It's about 6 minutes from the Ryan Priest flip, and the flip sheet is updated. I dropped a 10 out of 10 in Discord." Carl writes in and says, "Hi Shrimp, you've woken up during post-race interviews. The race has seen 2 phantom debris cautions and a Jimmy Johnson podium. And it takes you a while to realize it's not 2011.
That is true. There was a lot of phantom debris cautions.
They showed, or I don't know if they showed, but at the track they showed the debris, because there was one, it was like 40 laps to go or whatever. It was like right as Logano was about to go to a lap down. And I was like, dude, they fucking threw a fun flag. But they showed it. It was right on the exit of pit road. I forget from who it was, but it was legit.
Unfortunately, it was Fox, so we can't really see anything.
Dude, fucking Mike Joy, I feel like you can dangle a cat toy in front of him at this stage in his life and he'll be fucking enthused.
Carl says, seriously, no one's gonna mention that the Shaq logo looks like Seabat from far away. What's Seabat? Is that a basketball player, Ben?
What is Blood Waffle about?
Anyway, he says it's a Seabat car. If I've ever seen one, drown it. That car did look like
just send us an email explaining what the heck we're talking about next week.
Don't send us
Luke writes in.
Die.
Luke says, "I love how NASCAR's point system makes me root against underdogs. They don't get out of the first round and ruin the playoffs even more. But I always root for chaos. As a Jimmy and NASCAR fan, I joined in 2018. This is probably the best moment I've had in my time as a Jimmy fan. Unfortunate. I'm also pissed at Joey and his debris for wrecking Ross's shit, but there's 35 other races." Kyle writes in. It says, "The next-gen car has proven it has a tendency to roleplay being an airplane, as demonstrated during the 500, and has a tendency to not bend. My big question is why we're not doing much about it. The bottom of the car is a fucking sheet of plywood. The cars don't bend, and they have so much drag where they're on top of each other at plate tracks. Another problem is bump drafting. You can't hit square since the rear end is curved. However, this car is very good at recovering from bad pushes. Drivers are able to push horribly and constantly due to high grip and drag, causing chaos to happen. My idea for a solution is less drag. The racing would get better, the bumps wouldn't be so violent, cars would be more spread out, making them more able to make a move. I'm just afraid that we're closer than we think to Ryan Newman, but worse, which is why there needs to be some change."
Stop it. Stop it. Again, the next gen, I've famously said on this program that it is a downgrade in fucking every category, but the one place that we've upgraded from the Gen 6 is we get cool ass flips. This thing will flip its fucking dick off, and if you take that away from me, we will literally have nothing left. All right, there will be nothing. Don't take the flip away from me. I'm opening up programs on my computer. Don't do it.
I saw the flash in your
face when blue.
And lucky for you, since there's one manufacturer, builds all the fucking cars, you can't make any changes because you're gonna have to wait for them to build the parts. Since
we could hand you on NASCAR and figure this out later.
Jack writes in again.
Stop Fed posting.
And says, "I just watched the Shrimp Daytona reactions DT posted. I love how he immediately says 10 out of 10 after the Priest flip. I I did not wait for him to get out of the car.
Dude, I didn't either.
I saw him
like,
flip, and I knew that was a 10 immediately.
I was about to say, like, I was like, holy shit! Like, I was dissecting the wreck to Bella next to me, and then everybody started clapping when he got out of the car, and I was like, why the fuck is everybody clapping? I was like, oh shit, he wasn't out of the car yet. Like, he was fucking still strapped in there. My bad, gang.
He's Ryan Parise. He's been through worse. Jack says also Rusty's alive. Tell him to come back.
Is he?
We tried telling, but yeah, because he was in the race reactions. But he won't come back. All that for a William Byron win. I hate NASCAR. At least it's not Denny.
Dude, I wish
oh
it was
my
fucking...
god, Mark sent a fucking big ass email.
Skip him.
Daytona 500 sucks. Worst final 20 laps racing I've ever seen.
Okay.
NASCAR is rubbish.
Logano and Stenhouse are stupid. Custer's insane. Herbst good save. I'm trying to paraphrase here. There's a lot of words. My bad. Byron did nothing but lead a few laps mid-race, and now he gets another Harley J. Earl. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, but the nature of this race should never be just miss the big wreck at the end and then you get to win. But
have you seen the past winners?
This is supposed to be NASCAR Super Bowl, but it's a wreckfest shit show. It's always been about luck, but it's frustrating when all goes to shit at the end. This guy changed fonts mid-email. What happened here?
How you know he's fucking razzed?
Dude, we've gone to like time
we need an email razz meter. Razz, you're razzed.
The falling out of love for the sport. No Daytona 500 ends under green.
Razzed. You're razzed, kid. You're mad.
Get rid of the flat underbody. We're gonna launch a car to Mars before Elon. Priest looked scared. Priest was right in his interview. He did talk some fucking truth in that interview, which is kind of cool.
He did.
This piece of junk car will never stay on the ground no matter what you try and do. And Mr. Phelps, something big needs to change now. I might just go to bed.
Change something about Mr. Phelps.
Thanks, Mark. I wasn't gonna read all that. It's a lot of words, but I appreciate. I think I did a good job paraphrasing. All right. The next email comes in from Driven Dragon 4. Hey, Shrimps. I have a plan to kill Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Oh my god.
I don't think we can talk about this email.
Yeah.
Hear him out. What do we
I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna read anything. I don't want to
be on the hook for this.
There's just 5 words in the middle of it that I'm gonna read, which is Pearl Harbor, the White House, and then there's a bunch more other stuff. But you get the idea.
Oh my god.
Who was that?
That was Driven Dragon 4.
Driven Dragon. Okay. All right. I'm hereby issuing an executive shrimp order. I will tell every emailer to kill themselves except Driven Dragon. You are officially exempt from the kill yourself order until I feel like it. That's a fucking based email. Pearl Harbor, the White House, podcast title.
The next email comes in from Mr. S. Who says, I went to Daytona for the 500 Xfinity and ARCA race for the first time, and I had a great time. I thought the racing in every series was pretty good. It might just be a me issue, but I feel like it's better to watch super speedway races on TV because it's kind of hard to keep track of everything going on in person. The track's so big, I could barely tell which car was which until I got to turn 3. I still had a great time though, even though Byron pulled that win out of his ass. I'm once again glad that a consistent front runner won the 500 instead of some random shitter. And then sent another email that says, I just remembered the Greensboro Taco Bell that Jace mentioned in his email. Oh, and this is the one at the Bible study. As a Greensboro local, I wanted to take a shot in the dark and guess it was the one by the Battleground Walmart. I've never been there, but it just has that energy.
All right, let's find out next week.
2 more emails. Not Matt DiBenedetto says, hey Shrimps, how we doing? I didn't hate this weekend's races, but I wish they wouldn't always destroy each other towards the finish and ended under caution. It leaves a sour taste when races ended like that. Super Speedway package needs to be changed. It takes no skill to win race. All you do is save fuel, Ride in line, don't get crashed, and be overly aggressive. Give us the 2019 package back, please. Also, whoever thought of going full screen commercial with 8 to go during the ARCA race needs to be publicly executed. Thank you. And last email. Oh, never mind. I didn't scroll up. We got 3 more emails.
Oh my!
We've been edged.
4th email of the week from Keegan. Jesus Christ.
Send him to the gulag, man. What the hell?
Dude, fucking like NASCAR's caution button. Like after 3 emails, we just need a fucking just gray out the fucking email button.
I'm surprised Gmail hasn't marked you as spam.
Write it in your notes app and send it all in one email at the end of the week.
We don't care if it's different fonts or shit. Just put on one email.
Send us an email every Monday. And that's it, and you're good. That's the ideal shrimp hours situation. Anyway, he says, "Hey Shrimps, sorry this is my 3rd email. It's actually the 4th one. The first one is supposed to be part of episode 134, but that didn't happen. Well. Also, if it's not already talked about in the news about the airplane going down, oh yeah, some dude crashed a fucking plane in Toronto. Shout out. For once, we actually got decent onboards of a flip, and I think that's something we should celebrate, as well as a NASCAR Cup race and a Super Speedway finishing under green. It's also kind of incredible." From Keegan.
First, I thought he was still talking about the plane.
Mark of high school fame, after sending an essay, sent another email. It says, "Hire me as Cody's replacement." I did say we were going to hire someone. I may or may not bring anything of value to the podcast, but it would be very funny. I would ignore everything and play video games in the background if asked. That's just what Cody does anyway.
That's Cody. All right.
Far from a Packers or Kyle Larson fan, though. That's based. And my internet connection is better than Caleb's. That's a low bar.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Kill yourself. Die.
Also, the CW broadcast was peak. I liked Kligerman and McMurray in the booth. Bunch of fun. Here's a dog I saw today peeking out of a car window. And I sent a picture of a dog peeking out of a car window. Look at this little dude.
Oh,
Look at that dog.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about it earlier on when we were talking about the CW broadcast, but Kligerman and McMurray?
Great.
Who was it?
Great.
Someone said that Fox spent the past decade trying to stick dudes in the booth.
I think it was Blake.
To generate some... Yeah, it was Blake. To generate some sort of chemistry, and then CW was like... Jamie Mack and Parker Kligerman, and they just clicked immediately.
Instant.
And I also love that Adam Alexander kind of tease them up and then just lets them do their thing. All right, last email comes in from Cooper. So senior tweet of the recording.
Davin did not scroll up. We actually have 5 more after this.
This one came in 12 minutes ago. So this one came in while I was reading the other emails.
Wow.
Jeez, a buzzer
So we have
beater.
19 emails.
I saw your tweet of the short recording from the last couple laps of the 500. Are we witnessing the beginning of a Shrimps Race reactions channel? If so, I'm totally on board. Would love to see it.
I'd be down.
We don't watch all the races, but
yeah, Twisted Toe kind of took that.
I'm not
market cap space.
I cannot do it. I cannot watch every NASCAR race in a season. I can hardly watch every NASCAR race.
We'll lose half the race.
The plate tracks. Just the plate tracks.
Whenever we got people on, though, I'll hit the button. We'll see how the last 20 laps of the Daytona 500 do on YouTube. They did really well on Twitter, which is pretty cool. So I appreciate that.
I know, I did see you plug the podcast, and I was like, please don't put more eyes on this piece of shit.
I figured I might as well, because people were like, damn, you guys are funny together. And I was like, well, actually make a shitty podcast together, too, if you ever want to hear that.
You don't!
All right. That was... We're not going to title this Pearl Harbor the White House.
No.
We got to.
But the only 2 other titles I have written down are Seaman Dog 2 and Osama bin Logano.
Osama bin Logano.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm playing
poker. Are we pokering? Hold on.
Oh, we've been pokering.
The tradition that we always forget to actually do.
The tradition that's so impactful that we forget to do it. Why is it just a black screen for me? What's happening? Hold on. All right, I'm back.
I've joined the table.
Oh, I'm on the table. All right, let's go.
How do I
I'm getting on the table. It's loading.
Didn't you start this? What do you mean it's loading?
It was a black screen for a minute. It's doing the ghost game thing where it's initializing by 1% at a time. It's at 98. 99.
God damn, bro.
When your CPU can't load Discord Poker Night, you know you're in for it.
The music's going. Caleb, get on the fucking table.
Bro, it's still fucking loading.
I'm gonna hit the
come
button.
on.
I'm in.
Start the game. All right.
We're getting deeper in this song than we've ever gotten.
We're going
How
places
long
we
is
ain't never
this?
gone before.
I don't know. I don't care. Everyone go all in. Oh, I'm losing this. God damn. Get all in.
Man.
Then
Oh, we got dicks on the table.
I got a 2 and a 6. It's a joke.
oh,
Ben with a pair of 9s. Wow. All right, bye.
One's gay.
Wow. You gotta stop saying that, Slab.
no,
think you're
this is
allowed.
Trump's
Steve
America. I
Phelps,
can
I
say
saw you
whatever I
in
want.
person. I was gonna fucking kill you, but security unfortunately took my gun away.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.